About 2012, I was one of a group of parishioners that looked at this what was an empty concrete slab and said we could do something beautiful here, and we thought maybe a community garden. So we asked our parish priest, who said he thought that was a good idea and was happy to extend the insurance policy to cover a garden. And then we decided we would let a box drop the whole neighbourhood and ask people to come together and help us design what the garden would look like and how it would operate. So yeah, so I guess I'm one of the parishioners that's a bit of a link between the church and the garden.
I set up the worm farm, and that helps provide nourishing food for all the plants that are growing here. So I bring food for the worm farm, food for the compost, and I benefit by taking some veggies home.
But the garden is for a lot of people an accessible space.
It contributes to community, and I meet people here that I might not know otherwise.
3 years ago, there was a little note left under the door in the church, and it just filled my heart with so much joy. It was from someone I don't know, and it said, "Dear garden keepers, thank you. This garden is a little Eden. I come down here often with my children and their friends, and we find so much joy collecting snails, sampling the plants, picking mulberries and relaxing. Thank you so much for making such a beautiful space." I think the reason it really touched me was because we don't know who these people are. We've never met them here.
So in winter we've had fire pits here, and adults and children, and it's a way of getting to know something more about your neighbours who you might not otherwise meet.
I guess from a Catholic perspective, in Laudato Si, Pope Francis talks about the need to have right relationships with God, with people, and with the whole of creation. And I think in the garden space we do that. This garden it's a place of prayer, it's a place of community, it's a place of outreach, and I think there's so many other ways that we can do that in all sorts of communities around the diocese.
Volunteering is an activity that makes us happy, takes us outside our own space, contributes to the lives of others, but also contributes hugely to our own lives and our own wholeness and happiness.
We just had this thing that was an empty slab, which, we saw as an opportunity. And I think other communities have to look at what their opportunities are. It may not be a place for a garden, it might be something else that they have that's either an urgent priority in their local community, or it might be some asset that they could use or repurpose. So I think the first step is really just to open your eyes and use a bit of imagination for, what is it that we could possibly do? What's God calling us to do?